how do we bridge the whole element, cutting across several industries. So I really am not going to take too much time giving any opening remarks. We heard the minister, he's spoken well about how government is trying to sort of set up what he mentioned as a model career lounge. Basically a place anybody could go, industry could go, kind of a alignment of three people, which is people who want a job, people who can give jobs, and the government bringing them all together. What I would request, especially to the speakers, would be that be brief, 5 minutes each, then we can finish on time, maybe have a few minutes for question and answer, your perspectives. So I'm going to start with John, with you, and maybe you should start your opening remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Mohandan. We just heard the minister on the employability concerns that the country is facing. I am from an industry which is the financial services, and most of our services are in the rural and semi-urban, and we always had a challenge, particularly most of the financial services who have an outreach a network of branches, particularly in the rural semi-urban, always will have a challenge of getting the right candidate or the right people at the branches. And we were also facing the same challenges. And 8 years back, when the PMKVY, the first scheme came out, we partnered with the TSPs, the training service providers across the country. And we were fortunate that we could create our own content for training and give it to the training service providers who could identify candidates for us, train them, and give them 150 hours of training. And based on, after the training, what they go through is then assessment of what training they have gone through. Based on the assessment, we used to absorb, and we still do that. 80% of the candidates are absorbed into the what we believe always is to use the community to serve the community. So in the rural, if you have to serve the rural community, we recruit from the community, and we have been always following that principle. And today, I can say that we are one of the largest rural employers, and almost 38% of our rural employment are women, and we currently today have a strength of 47,000 Muthutians, of which 38% are women. And we continue to have this scalable model of recruitment, and this is a very successful model which we are following across the country. Thank you.
Amongst you, those who feel that they are in a bit of a spot in terms of non-urban locations and skill gap is there, and you're not able to get enough diversity in your workforce, I think please do reach out to John. He's got a working model which really works well. Close to 50,000 people he has trained out of rural India and got them active work and made them employable. And you said 38% women, right? 38%. That's terrific, fantastic. We have in Arvind someone who is looked at a very challenging industry. I think auto sector is, technology is always changing. The customer requirements become more and more stringent. And at the same time, India is looking at a huge demographic dividend. But there's also disruption, automation, AI, Industry 4.0. So really, it's someone who's looked at the transformation of Indian auto component industry where as we heard in the morning, the quality transformation has been dramatic, where we are now one of the biggest exporters in the world, serving the international market. How do you see India leveraging this unique moment?
Thanks, Mukundan. I think India has a massive opportunity given the geopolitical situation also for exports out of India, and huge amount of training is required, and we have automated the training by VBRs, and what we used to take say 3 months to train, we are now able to train within 7 to 8 days. This is with help of a lot of tools. Certainly in TACO, we do 25% export, which is equivalent to 5,000 odd crores. But we do small volume exports. In the auto industry, we do basically for trucks and for agriculture tractors, small amount for real auto industry. And now India has to change to do high volume exports like China does. And for high volume exports, you have to have what Mukundan just mentioned on quality, consistency, and that is where a lot of digitization and artificial intelligence tools we can use. And that's what we are trying to use, and we have been very successful in some products, and we have to learn. And the unique thing about these tools is, it is in the previously everything used to be sequential. You know, when the steam engine is developed, it will take 7, 8, 10 years to come to here, or electric vehicle is developed, it will take another 5, 6 years, 7 years to come to India. The digitization and artificial intelligence is absolutely live. It is developed in US, Europe, anywhere. You can try to implement within the next few months if you are able to put resources behind it. And it also connects your different plants, because we have plants in Europe and China. Today when we export out of China, if I same product, if I used to export out of India, I was not competitive enough because of lack of productivity, and as in the earlier session people had mentioned. But with a lot of this digitization, we are able to improve even the productivity, because you are bringing the new skill sets into the system. And we have found with a lot of these artificial intelligence tools, we have not implemented huge. We are also learning along with TCS. We have been implementing, some we have implemented with Tata Technologies. And it is creating a very different set of skill sets required in the company. You know, we have white collars and blue collars. This is a different collar in itself, because an average man can do a much higher level of work with the help of these artificial intelligence tools. And if we are able to prove to your customers that you can consistently give quality and high volume production, huge amount of exports is possible. We have a customer in California, we don't have to name, you know, largest EV company in California. We will be now supplying them 20,000 sets per week on a high volume exports. And they say, once we are successful, it can go to almost 100,000 per week. So that sort of volumes are possible, but everything has to be traceability, all artificial intelligence tools you have to put in and digitize. That is the only way large exports out of India is working. Thank you.
Thank you. With this high volume exports, you said initially that you're able to train people in 7 to 10 days. Is that correct? That's terrific. So anyone wants to learn how to do high quality, high volume capability building in a fast pace within a week, do reach out to Arvind and his team. And I think auto sector has many such examples. I think we should cross-learn from these examples as we've heard. One, which is that we heard from John, rural. How do we sort of employ them? How do we improve their employability? How do we bridge the gap? And you are talking about very high technology sector. Now let's
just add the Tatas, which they opened a training center in Bombay. I don't know whether it's with CII, and we have put those tools there.
Excellent, very good. I think there are several centers. I think the other one which I can talk about is our Tata Electronics, where we have actually trained close to, I think, 100,000 people in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks each, and they enter into high technology electronics jobs. And these are women who come from rural India, and they are able to do that work. So I think if you put a structured program, it is always possible to do. So let me now turn to my friend Uni, and he comes from manufacturing sector. And in general, we do continue to speak in manufacturing sector about this gap between what we teach in college and universities and what we need in the job, how can you bridge that gap?
So thank you, Mr. Mukundan, and thank you for having me. Good afternoon, everyone. So there are three ideas that I want to share with all of you, but also with examples, because it's important that we walk the talk, and it's not just an idea that it should be. First is, how do we take academy or the education to those who deserve but who cannot afford? That's the first idea. The second one is, how do we take industry to the academy? And that in a way answers the question that you asked. And the third is, if you are looking at a sector-specific skill building at scale, how can we do that? So these are three ideas that I want to share with you today. So first is, there are lots of deserving youngsters who cannot afford education because they have to leave the education after the school, and they need to support the family by having, to work somewhere. And they typically get into informal sector in unskilled jobs, and they remain as unskilled and very low paid for rest of their life. So these are, the समाज के जो आर्थिक रूप से जो पिछड़े होते हैं. So these are the people that we need to first target. So one of the program that we had was to really twist what is written here. It's not learning to earning, but earning while learning. So can we really do that part? So you really identify people who had to drop out after the schooling, bring them, provide a stipend, half of that goes to the family. So the family is happy to send them for education. You bring them to practice school in the industry, and over 3 or 4 years' time, they develop the skill, they get a formal diploma, and they get an employment. So that's, what we call learn while you earn. It's a very powerful one which can be deployed in many other industries. The second one is really on the, how do you take industry to the academy? Because it's very difficult to get academy to the industry. How can you take industry to the academy? The Honorable Minister spoke about, we still teach in 3rd generation or 4th generation while the industry is running at 6th generation. That was the challenge that we had when we were embarking on a journey on Industry 4.0 around 7 or 8 years back. There weren't skills available. So now you can't sit and wait for the skills to be available. So we had to go to a few colleges, create a curriculum for that Industry 4.0. Now you can create a curriculum, but who's going to teach? So we had to also send our people to teach in those colleges and develop a batch of, several batches of people. Now it's become a, well-oiled machine. So you get enough talented people. So that's one way of, really bridging the gap. You don't wait for the government to act. You don't wait for the system to change. Can you go and make that change happen? The third is really, how do you do a skill building at scale in an industry or a particular sector? I think a beautiful example is something which CII took the initiative several years back in Tamil Nadu. CII, the IT industry and the government put together, brought in the ICT Academy. I think which is skill, lakhs and lakhs of people over the years. So if we can, from the CII, say around top 100 members of CII, can take the first two ideas of learn while you earn and also taking the industry to the academy, and at least 2 or 3 sectors, if we can have a cluster-based approach like what ICT has done, I think our path to a Viksit Bharat, the journey to India at 100 will be much smoother.
That was really a rapid fire. Three suggestions: earn while you learn, industry going to the academy to look at the program, and thirdly, I think industry to set up what you call as a sector-specific academy. I think there are 2 more which I just wanted to bring in before I'm going to call you, Raymond. I think one is SKIP. This is a program we run for women, those who have to leave the workforce because of, there are various stages in life, and they have to give birth to a child and all that. So I think when they want to come back, we call it second career internship program, where women can come back, work for a year, and see what kind of work they prefer to get, and then get back to workforce. And clearly this has been one thing which has really helped us to keep women back in workforce, because you tend to lose them. And the other element which we have done very, very intensively is to sort of run what Arvind has mentioned, pretty short-term courses, 6 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where they pick up the skill and they do exactly what you mentioned. They start earning, then they can go to learning. And in terms of learning, I want to tell you, I don't know how many of you have seen the Swayam portal. It's an online portal. I just joined Buddhist philosophy BA course yesterday. And you got terrific number of programs being run online where you get certification, you get degree programs, all run for free. It's open to anybody in the country, and they all run for free, and I think there's a ton of knowledge available, and these are best professors teaching all of you. So learning is today available on tap through this portal called SWIME. It's a Government of India portal. Try it if the program, but you got to wait for the program which you want. But I think it's open to all the youth to learn new skills. So with that exciting news, Raymond, can I turn to you? You've been working on AI, redefining manufacturing, industrial ecosystem globally. And how is your Center for Industrial Transformation driving smart and sustainable manufacturing, and how can India leverage this to prepare its youth? You can go to the dais. We've got 5 minutes each, that's all.
5 minutes, I hurry. So, first of all, I start already. Thank you very much for inviting me to the CII event. I represent Insight, and we are headquartered in Singapore. We are a non-for-profit think tank dedicated to spearhead the transformation of manufacturing worldwide. Our core mission revolves around educating manufacturers to accelerate transformation, and here we invented prioritization indexes. And we see two focus areas in the area of industry, employment, industry, education. Too often, the current curriculums focus on the skills that are relevant for the current productions, and those were designed years ago. So rather than capabilities need for tomorrow's industrial landscape. Number two, our global data, we have around about 4,300 assessors to be precise worldwide. Our global data reveals that a consistent challenge in many organizations is that they have the ambition to transform, but the lack of structured, data-driven tools that navigate this complex journey. And even fewer of them effectively connect the workforce development with their core transformation objectives. To answer the question of capacity, let me answer you how we educate through 4 lenses. We developed with, by example, Alvarez and Marshall, Operai. Operai is specific, and I was not aware of the discussion in India, is specific designed for micro SMEs. There are 300 million worldwide. And we have a very cheap price here in 10 languages, so we cover, it's also in Hindi, so we cover around 85% of the world population here. And we serve here, this serves as an entry point into the transformation journey, and it provides a self-assessment of micro SMEs. And here we have the build blocks: increase productivity, start digital literacy, and accelerate growth. These build blocks we broke down in 16 dimensions, and some key dimensions only to focus on include workforce training effectiveness and the adoption of digital tools. Now, when we do the assessment on companies, we aggregate those companies on industry segment levels. We have 59 industry segments we have defined. And we can define by training so the training taxonomy and pulling up the workforce in technologies driving the productivity much higher in a much more compressed time. Second, we developed with McKinsey digital transformation, the Smart Industry Readiness Index, CII, we call it short. It's already existing, but this is a suffix. It's an automated tool developed to help manufacturers assess their current digital maturity and generate a customized auto road mapping, guiding them in the transformation. Here, we measure talent readiness, and we have 2 dimensions: workforce training and development and leadership competency. I want to stress, it's not only the young people. We see that also we need executive learning, because people either don't know which technology exists or they don't know how to apply the technologies. And when we come to workforce training, we see a stagnation shock. We had a white paper with World Economic Forum, the second one is coming, and we call it the stagnation shock, because what we see when we measure the technology blocks and the workforce education, the majority of them are on the same level. Only if the workforce is educated, advanced, the technology level, they are able to enable the technology to a higher productivity level. And this is not given worldwide. After 15 years, just ask yourself, we measure the digital transformation between 0 and 5. And after 15 years of talks, where do you think the digital transformation is globally? If we aggregate, it's at 1.88, so we at the beginning of digitalizing processes. Now move to the black belt. Industrial Artificial Intelligence Readiness Index. We call it AMRI. AMRI is crucial for AI, and here we measure AI data readiness, IT infrastructure preparedness, ethical deployment considerations, which are under AI crucial, and the transformation of the workforce to leverage AI effectively. It defines how AI ready, encompassing not just the tools themselves, but the necessarily AI skills to create an intelligent enterprise. Last but not least, I heard a lot of discussion about sustainability. I also catched it from Hindi a little bit. We have a sustainability COSIRI called Consumer Sustainability Industry Readiness Index, because the industry itself, the interest in sustainability is quite low. Now I show you what happened. We normally do 2 days assessment with our assessors, but when we did the first assessment of sustainability, we needed to add 3 days training to the factory team, to the management team, because it was not clear what greenhouse gas emission is, how you calculate scope 1 and 2, why do you need a sustainable procurement, and last but not least, what is happening when you in future export goods, that you have a CO2 passport, so you need to create a circular product design. So your product which is designed nowadays need to come with a passport where the material is defined and the end of life cycle is then also defined when you export to countries where the circular economy will be established. Now to the capacity. CII and Insight, we have a strategic collaboration, and here we are in the good situation that we discuss how to focus on the following capacity building. Partner ecosystem development. We localize all our efforts, the training program, train the trainer program, and we will evaluate, at least this is the plan, 1,800 assessors by collaborating with key players in the Indian manufacturing ecosystem, including governments, technology providers, and consulting companies. This fosters the collaborative environmental. We tracking digital transformation impact. We collect data to do the gap fit analysis, and we are monitoring the progress of industry. Number 2, skill development and curriculum integration. Train the trainer, I mentioned that already, and what you saw, our certified assessors, when they're going into the country, these individuals then can cascade the knowledge and skills in a broader workforce. Next one is curriculum integration. We would be willing to, or we would give all academias who are interested our training manuals for sustainability, digital transformation, artificial intelligence transformation free of charge, so they can integrate the modules of transformation in their curriculars. This will ensure that graduating youth are equipped with the latest industry relevant skills. Next one, upskilling, reskilling. Wherever I go to the countries and visit innovation center and go with micro SMEs and SMEs there, they tell me it's a very nice showcase, but it doesn't help us, Raymond. So what we do, upskilling, reskilling, we collect the data, we do the profile of the different 59 industry, and then we can define what are the technology drivers globally, and based on that we can define such factory of the future training centers. Something is new. We call it Industry X.0. Focus on human-centric. As INSIT, we move towards Industry X.0, and India could play here a major role because it emphasizes human-centric aspects of future of manufacturing. This means focusing on human-machine collaboration, economics, and enhancing human well-being with industrial systems. This can lead to new jobs and to higher job pays, and that focus on managing and interacting relevant technologies. Last, capacity building, policy support, and ecosystem development. Sorry, I'm rushing, out of breath. So incentive adoption. With the data we have, CII can propose, based on the data collected and aggregated, policies that incentivize the adoption of Industry 4.0 and AI technologies. Digital infrastructure. When we measure globally, the worst band and technology is the job shop connectivity, and this plays a major role under industrial AI because you have real-time data, and here's also a question, cloud on premises or private cloud. So, and this comes to the last one, promoting advanced manufacturing transformation center. Here we encourage the establishment of Industry X.0 and AI innovation hubs, which should be industry segment specific, not general ones, where you can gain hands-on experience with these technologies and youth can be engaged in collaborative projects. To summarize, imagine India, where every student just earns a certification that is a certificate, a personalized roadmap directly aligned with the real-time needs of industry. A workforce that isn't simply reacting to change, but actively leading the change. And this is the fundamental way our prioritization index is bridging the divide, moving decisively from learning to driving productivity and earning, and unlocking immense of the productivity. So, to the end, it needs a far stronger alignment between education and employment, identifying the gaps and taking decisive action in collaborating with industries and academia. And with CII, together with our prioritization index, I think we are able to bridge the critical divide. To this collaboration, in our opinion, India wouldn't just shine on the stage, but would lead the way, as we call it, manufacturing the future. That was as quick as I can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. I think, firstly, I also want all of you to give a round of applause to Raymond, because, please do, because I think his organization, INSET, is partnered with CII. We signed an agreement on 25th of April. And they're going to provide us the globally recognized benchmarks in terms of bringing all this skill to light. So Arvind, while you are doing it everything in-house, please do reach out to this work we are doing with INSET to sort of take it to global standards. And maybe you could also pick up some of the stuff with this partnership which is going to bring to the table, benchmarking all the skill and all the training and development at the global standard. So really you had one CII's own facility of bringing international standard curriculum and the whole transformation piece to all our members. And also what our members are doing individually in different setting, in rural setting, in a very global demanding setting where you got to export for high volume and high quality customer, amongst the world's biggest EV manufacturer, which Arvind spoke about, and Unni's own efforts at bridging the gap between what we teach in school versus what we need for work in a high quality manufacturing setup. Thank you all for being a great audience, and hopefully you've taken some lessons away, and hopefully you'll also reach out to them to bring it to your own company, your own industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mukundan. May I request you to kindly hand over a memento to each of this thing after the photograph. You can have the photograph first and then a small token of appreciation from Mr. Mukundan from CII to each one of our speakers. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Excellent timing.
Thank you.
Seated, Minister for the next session is already here and will be joining us soon. This is a very, very special plenary session. Women leading the charge for social change. An important part of this session is also the CII Women Exemplar Awards. So I request all of you to remain seated and we will start with the session right away. The minister has already arrived and will be with us soon.
Collaborative. India's future is being built on collaboration, rooted in trust and shared vision. Across borders and sectors, partnerships shape the path forward. When governments, industries and academia co-create, innovation thrives. Global value chains are built on trust, connectivity and cooperation. Inclusive collaboration empowers people and transforms ideas into impact. Meaningful partnerships pave the road ahead. Empowering industry, connecting the world. CII is the trusted partner driving collective progress and global collaboration for a stronger, inclusive India. Built on trust, driven by purpose, committed to progress. Collaborative.
May I request all those at the back of the hall to please come forward and sit down. We are going to start with the session and we'd like to have the house in order before we bring the minister into the hall.
Collaborative. India's future is being built on collaboration, rooted in trust and shared vision. Across borders and sectors, partnerships shape the path forward. When governments, industries and academia co-create, innovation thrives. Global value chains are built on trust, connectivity and cooperation. Inclusive collaboration empowers people and transforms ideas into impact. Meaningful partnerships pave the road ahead. Empowering industry, connecting the world. CII is the trusted partner driving collective progress and global collaboration for a stronger, inclusive India. Built on trust, driven by purpose, committed to progress. Collaborative. by geopolitical tensions, tariff wars and shifting power dynamics, trust has become the cornerstone of economic strategy. Amid global realignments, India emerges as a beacon, resilient and reform-driven. At CII, we believe it's time to reimagine trust in the business ecosystem. The India-first approach guides our nation, firmly rooted in national interest, while remaining globally engaged. With global value chain shifting, India has a historic chance to lead in quality manufacturing, drive inclusive growth, and emerge as a trusted global partner. At CII, we have embarked on an initiative to explore how companies can build, strengthen, and sustain trust among stakeholders. Trust is not built in isolation. Governments, businesses, media, civil society, and citizens all play a vital role. Trust is built on key pillars of transparency, accountability, consistency, and inclusion. At CII, rooted in strong values in ethics, cultural integrity, transparency, and resilience, our foundation stands strong. The trunk rises, powered by enablers like sustainability, digital transformation, equity and welfare, education, and innovation. Collaboration forms the branches, spanning public-private partnerships, global value chains, cross-functional synergies, and geopolitical alignment. Together they bear fruits of global competitiveness, economic vitality, policy stability, and increased trade and investment. Surrounding this tree of progress is a thriving ecosystem of internal and external stakeholders who nurture and drive our collective journey forward. Collaborative. India's future is being built on collaboration, rooted in trust and shared vision. Across borders and sectors, partnerships shape the path forward. When governments, industries, and academia co-create, innovation thrives. Global value chains are built on trust, connectivity, and cooperation. Inclusive collaboration empowers people and transforms ideas into impact. Meaningful partnerships pave the road ahead. Empowering industry, connecting the world. CII is the trusted partner driving collective progress and global collaboration for a stronger, inclusive India. Built on trust, driven by purpose, committed to progress. Collaborative.
Constraints to focus on future growth. How will we harness technology and AI to shape the way we live our lives? And how will we balance environmental responsibility with economic prosperity? With EY's full spectrum of services across sectors, we're all in to shape the future with confidence.
In a world where every action echoes through time, where the choices we make today shape the world of tomorrow, there stands a beacon of innovation and sustainability. Welcome to Tata Chemicals. Here, at the forefront of scientific advancement, minds converge to unravel the mysteries of chemistry, to unlock the potential of nature's elements. Our focus on sustainability drives us to reduce our carbon footprint, ensuring a cleaner, greener planet for future generations. Asia's largest salt work, a testament to our commitment to excellence. From this humble mineral, we extract the essence of purity, enriching lives across the globe. As the world's third largest producer of soda ash, we fuel industries, drive progress, and pave the way for a brighter future. And safety isn't just a priority at Tata Chemicals. Our commitment to creating a secure and healthy work environment sets the standard for the industry. But our journey doesn't end there. With relentless
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in welcoming our Minister for this session, Srimati Annapurna Devi, who's Minister for Women Welfare, and she's joining us on the dais, please. Please join me in welcoming her. May I invite Mr. Sanjeev Puri, President CII, to please offer his opening remarks.
Srimati Annapurna Devi ji, Honorable Minister for Women and Child Development, Government of India, my colleague from CII, CB, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and very warm welcome to this inspiring plenary session. We are fortunate to have with us today the Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development. Madam, a very special welcome to you. And thank you very much for being with us today. At the Confederation of Indian Industry, we firmly believe that empowerment of women and the well-being of our children are not only just moral imperatives, but also critical pillars for the nation's social and economic progress. This session holds special significance for us as it brings to the forefront not just ideas or strategies, but real stories of determination, leadership, and social impact from women who have transformed adversity into opportunity. Today is an opportunity to celebrate action, courage, and leadership in practice. This session is absolutely in accordance with the theme of this year's annual business summit, Building Trust, India First. India's continued position as the world's fastest growing large economy reflects its commitment towards an inclusive and balanced growth. Honorable Minister, your leadership in strengthening the nation's commitment to women empowerment is deeply valued. Your ministry's vision and efforts in creating inclusive policy, advancing welfare activities, and securing dignity and opportunity for women across the country have inspired many, including us at CII. We at CII truly value the partnership that the ministry is driving with industry to achieve gender-responsive growth. It is also a great privilege to welcome the extraordinary women leaders who are with us this afternoon, our 20 women exemplars. These remarkable women have emerged from some of the most challenging socio-economic contexts to not only uplift themselves but also empower entire communities. They represent the spirit of India that never gives up, and they stand as shining examples of what is possible when courage creates opportunity. India's development story has placed women-led growth at its heart. Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, national missions such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Mission Shakti, Lakpati Didi, Stand Up India scheme, and various initiatives have been powerful drivers of change, transforming lives and empowering millions of women across the country. We see the multiple initiatives by the government that have not just improved the well-being of women, but at the same time have reduced their opportunity cost and provided them with a chance to engage with the economy. CII has been actively working to strengthen industry's role and align our efforts to this national vision by promoting women's leadership across sectors. Through initiatives like the CII Women Exemplar program and the CII Center for Women Leadership, we are working to expand opportunities for women to lead in their communities, in industry, and across the economy. It is important to note that this session is an important part of the CII Annual Business Summit 2025, a platform that convenes the best of Indian industry, policymakers, and thought leaders. And it is only fitting that in this setting, as we speak about building trust, we place grassroots women leaders at the center stage. We believe that the future of business and society is deeply interlinked with empowerment of women at all levels, from rural communities to corporate boardrooms. The challenge ahead of us is to move beyond recognition towards building meaningful pathways for their sustained engagement, whether as entrepreneurs, workforce participants, or community change agents. As industry, we must ask ourselves how we can partner more deeply with government, civil society, and communities to build ecosystems where we break down artificial barriers and ensure that every woman, regardless of her background, has a right to participate fully in our society and economy. The women exemplars present here today and from earlier years have already shown us the way. It is up to us to walk alongside them, learn from them, and bring scale to their initiatives. On behalf of CII, I once again extend a very warm welcome to all of you as we honor and celebrate the remarkable achievements of the CII Women Exemplars and engage in a meaningful dialogue with our Honorable Minister on advancing women-led development in India. Thank you.
Thank you, President. I'd now like to invite Mr. Chandrajit Banerjee, Director General CII, to introduce the CII Women Exemplar Award.
Honorable Minister for Women and Child Development, Shrimati Annapurna Devi ji, बहुत स्वागत और थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस आज का ये कार्यक्रम में। आज जैसे आपको साथ हमारी बातचीत हो रहे थे, ये हमारे एनुअल सेशन है सीआईआई के, और आप सीआईआई के एनुअल सेशंस में ये पहली बार आपको हम मिल रहे हैं, इसीलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और स्वागत। मिस्टर संजीव पुरी जी अभी सीआईआई का प्रेसिडेंट जिन्होंने एम्फसाइज कर रहे थे कि कैसे हम इस क्षेत्र में काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आपका विजन, आपका इनपुट्स हमारे लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण होगा आगे जाते हुए हम इस बारे में कैसे काम कर सकते हैं। मैडम, आपको जैसे हम बोल रहे थे अभी, ये अवार्ड्स जो है हमारे महिला वर्ग को जो मिल रहे हैं, ये एक हमारे लिए एक बहुत ही उत्साह की बात है कि इन्होंने देश के विभिन्न जगह से आए हैं यहाँ पे, और ये जो हमारे अवार्ड है कुछ आज हम 2005 से चालू किए थे, लेकिन ईच ईयर we are being able to enhance this award. हम जो आज अवार्ड यहाँ पे जीत रहे हैं, आज यहाँ पे जिसको आप अवार्ड देंगे मैडम, वो निश्चित रूप में विश्व में भी एक ख्याति प्राप्त करेंगे आगे जाते हुए। ये हमारी उम्मीद है। पिछले सालों में जो अवार्ड्स जिसको अवार्ड मिले हैं उन्होंने इंटरनेशनली दे हैव बीन रिकॉग्नाइज्ड। इस अवार्ड सेरेमनी को आगे जाने से पहले हम लोग एक बात चाहते हैं कि इस जूरी जो हमारे इस अवार्ड को सिलेक्ट करते हैं, हमारे प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने बता रहे थे कि हमारे वुमेन लीडरशिप सेंटर जो है जो जिसमें से हम इसके ऊपर फोकस करते हैं, उनमें रुमझुम आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू काइंडली स्टैंड एंड शी इज बीन द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ दिस एंड she has really led it. I do not think that Kaveri is around, but and also for gender balance we had also got Kamal Bali to be one of the members of the jury. But I would also request before I proceed to show the film that I have the honor and pleasure of our award winners to kindly please rise. आप अगर जो हमारे जो award winners है आप अगर मैडम these are the people. आपको सबको हम ऊपर बुलाएंगे एक एक करके, लेकिन बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको आने के लिए। With that, ladies and gentlemen, may I request for the film on this award to be kindly screened.
Two decades ago, in the heart of rural India, in Dumka, Jharkhand, one woman dared to defy destiny. Tejo Devi, scarred by poverty, shackled by patriarchy, but she didn't retreat, she rose, built sisterhoods in shared struggle and built strength. And CII stood with her, reinforcing her fire, nurturing grassroots courage, laying the stage for an exemplary journey ahead, a journey defined by growing fortitude. Amid the toil of Maharashtra's farmlands, Manisha Ghule transformed pain into protest, mobilizing over 20,000 women farmers. The CII Women Exemplar program helped her in the march to dignity and justice and built her network of supporters. Was marked by stigma, silenced by solitude. But she turned her story around, offering care, courage to over 20,000 people living with HIV. From despair, we helped her carve a legacy of healing. P. Anna Vilasini stood between violence and innocence, safeguarding 3.5 lakh children and 2 lakh women. With CII by her side, she rewrote countless futures. Year after year, these stories have been a crucial part of other countless tales of resilience, brilliance, and grit. They have turned this award into a movement celebrating women who redefine what's possible. 162 torchbearers, 25 states, over 2 million lives transformed. From Dumka to Delhi, Mizoram to Maharashtra, each year we found these women change makers and supported their resolve by providing skills, networks, platforms. The CII Women Exemplar program, celebrating 20 years of togetherness and enduring strength, towards building an inclusive India, an India built on the bedrock of women's resolve.
Madam, before we proceed with the award ceremony, this year we had the maximum number of those who had applied for this award. We had 414 nominations across the country, आपने देखा, from 12 states that we had received. और ये जो इनका जो interview हुआ था, we had in 10 different languages when the jury was actually conducting their due diligence. And also, Madam, just wanted to mention that we have covered, the beauty of this award this year has been that we have everyone from north, south, east, northeast, and west. So it's just a full representation of the country that we have in this award. And lastly, I just wanted to once again thank you, Madam Minister, for honoring us by being with us here today to present this to this wonderful and this exemplar leadership of our country. Thank you very much, and may I request Ranuka to conduct the session for the awards.
Thank you. We will
Writing
now
a
have
new
the
chapter
presentation
in
of the awards.
empowerment.
Can we start with the film?
Showering
please?
care that spreads smiles. Moving forward, shoulder to shoulder. Marching ahead to spark change. At the heart of transformation are women who lead from the front, defying all odds. The CII Woman Exemplar program identifies and recognizes such women for their work in education, health, and micro-enterprise through its Woman Exemplar Award. This year, we also recognize women leaders who are focused on strengthening communities and building their resilience. For the CII Woman Exemplar Award 2025, we received over 400 nominations across India. The nominations were scrutinized and 20 candidates were presented to an eminent jury, which selected the winners for the 2025 award. Presenting the finalists for Community Strengthening category. Alamelu V, Salem, Tamil Nadu. Anis Fatima Jafar Sheikh, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Anita Soni, Barmer, Rajasthan. Khushi Rajput, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Monica Pekra, Jagannathpur, Chhattisgarh. Parveen Nisa Sheikh, Mumbai, Maharashtra. CII is proud to present the award in the Community Strengthening category to Alamelu V of the Rural Women Development Trust, Salem, Tamil Nadu. For championing the rescue and rehabilitation of bonded laborers, preventing women from sexual harassment and crime, empowerment and reservation for Aruntariyar community. Her resilience was matched by her determination to uplift her people, not just through resistance, but through empowerment. This ensured right to education and government jobs for community, entrepreneurial skills, and access to microloans. CII salutes Alamelu's courage and resilience and presents her with the award in the Community Strengthening category.
Madam, may I request you to please come forward to give away the award, please. आप कुछ बोलेगा?
Good evening, everybody. I am very happy to receive this Women Exemplar Award from CII. I never believed I would be here today receiving this award. The CII Foundation found me and brought me on this stage. I thank CII Foundation for believing in grassroots level leaders like me. There is lot of work for I have to do to help me more women out of poverty. So I kindly request to all of you, please support to stand with us. Your help can improve the lives of our Arundhati community women, Dalit Arundhati community women, family, and thank you once again for this great opportunity. Thank you, sir.
In the education category, the finalists are Pooja Dikshit, Deoria, Uttar Pradesh; Priyanka, Gurugram, Haryana; Reena Shakya, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh; Varsha Ankush Patil, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. CII is proud to present the award in the education category to Varsha Patil, the 31-year-old visionary educator from Abdullat village, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Overcoming financial hardships, she pursued teaching and science education, initiating grassroots projects to enhance scientific temperament and foundational literacy in rural Maharashtra. Through initiatives like Chote Kalam, Chote Scientist, Sevankur and Vidyankur, she has introduced a deep commitment to activity-based learning, teacher empowerment and community involvement through curated sessions and workshops. CII salutes Varsha's dedication towards enabling education and promoting scientific temperament and presents her with the award in the education category.
Careful.
आदरणीय मंत्री अन्नपूर्णा देवी जी, मंच पर उपस्थित अतिथिगण और मेरे सभी भाइयों और बहनों, सबको मेरा नमस्कार। सबसे पहले भी CII फाउंडेशन और आप सभी का दिल से आभारी हूँ। आज मुझे यह जो पुरस्कार मिला है, ये सिर्फ ये मेरा नहीं, मेरे विद्योदय टीम, मेरा परिवार और उन लोगों का है जिन्होंने मुझे हमेशा सहयोग दिया है। आज मुझे यह जो सम्मान मिला है, इस सम्मान से मुझे और ज़्यादा हौसला मिल रहा है कि मैं ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में विज्ञान के माध्यम से शिक्षा में बदलाव लाऊं। हम बच्चों को क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग और जीवन कौशल्य के ऊपर सिखाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। उससे बच्चे वैज्ञानिक बने और हमारे भारत देश का भविष्य संवारे। मैं आप सभी को निवेदन करती हूँ कि आप हमारा काम देखें, समझें और हमें साथ दें। आप सभी का सहयोग मेरे लिए अमूल्य है। धन्यवाद।
Can we have the next award, please?
Presenting the finalists for the health category. Annapurna Dhore, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Bulti De, Cooch Behar, West Bengal. Farheen Hussain, Mewat, Haryana. Lal Ki Meena, Salumbar, Rajasthan. Payal Kakate, Nanded, Maharashtra. CII is proud to present the award in the health category to Farheen Hussain from Nuh, Mewat, Haryana. Since 2016, Farheen has been a transformative force, reshaping the lives of women and inspiring them toward a brighter future. Her innovative outreach programs have educated women on essential health practices, improved maternal health, menstrual hygiene, immunizations, family planning, and prevention of domestic violence. Using the medium of a community radio, Farheen has made a place in the minds and hearts of the women across 60 villages, successfully changing harmful health-seeking behaviors. CII salutes her unwavering dedication to ensuring holistic health and presents her with the award in the health category.
Request you, ma'am, to do the honors.
आप सभी को नमस्ते। जैसे कि सबने बताया है, मैं भारत का सबसे पिछड़ा ज़िला जो मेवात है, मैं वहाँ से आती हूँ और CII फाउंडेशन को मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगी। उन्होंने मुझे मौका दिया अपनी बात रखने का, आप लोगों तक अपनी बात पहुँचाने का। और मैं आदरणीय मंत्री महोदय अन्नपूर्णा देवी से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी, उनसे गुजारिश करूँगी कि वो हमारे साथ चर्चा करें। हमारे जो आइडिया हैं स्वास्थ्य को लेकर, उन पर हम बात करना चाहेंगे उनसे, ताकि हरियाणा के जो और भी ज़िले हैं उनमें हम अपने काम को कर सकें और एक स्वस्थ महिला स्वस्थ बच्चे को जन्म दे सके और अपना योगदान भारत की प्रगति में बढ़ाने के लिए योगदान दे सके। धन्यवाद।
Can we have the next film award, please?
Presenting the finalists for the micro enterprise category. Gautami Arika, Sitampeta, Andhra Pradesh. Kashava Dashrath Kurne, Belgaum, Karnataka. Narmada Jha, Madhubani, Bihar. Revati Shivaji Kangule, Nanded, Maharashtra. Vimla Khadakwal, Champawat, Uttarakhand. CII is proud to present the award in the micro enterprise category to Narmada Jha, Madhubani, Bihar. From selling her first painting to make ends meet to leading Shilp Gram, a thriving non-farm producer company has built a powerful movement that has empowered over 4,000 women through the traditional art of Madhubani painting. Establishing a sustainable ecosystem of income generation, leveraging shops, warehouses, online platforms and exhibitions to provide financial stability for hundreds of artisans. Rewriting the narrative for women breaking free from economic dependence, reducing domestic violence and securing better futures for their children. CII salutes Narmada for transforming lives by providing livelihood opportunities and presents her with the award in the micro enterprise category.
आदरणीय मंत्री महोदया एवं जितने अभी आए हुए हैं उपस्थित, सबको मेरा नमन। मैं बिहार से हूँ, चूँकि सब बात पता ही होगा। मैं 49 साल से ये क्षेत्र में काम कर रही थी और मुझे एक भी अवार्ड नहीं मिल पाया था, लेकिन कभी हौसला हमने कभी छोड़ी नहीं। ये कल्पना था जो मुझे कभी मिले, लेकिन वो CII फाउंडेशन ने मेरे सपना को साकार कर दिया। इसके लिए मैं CII फाउंडेशन को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ।
May I request all the awardees to please come up on the dais, and may I request the Honourable Minister to be there for her.
An initiative by the CII Foundation in collaboration with the CII Centre for Women Leadership. The 2025 Women Exemplar Award salutes these forces of changes. These changemakers join a powerful cohort of over 150 women exemplars who are impacting 3 million lives annually. CII salutes these exemplary women who lead by example and become role models for other women.
Can we have a round of applause for them, please? Yes. चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच। अब आ जाइए आप लोग। Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. Well done. और काम करेंगे। खूब बढ़िया। वेलकम, वेल डन। अरे देखिए, हमारी बात है, तब नजरिया है इन लोगों का, तब देखिए। Heartiest congratulations to all the women exemplars. And ladies and gentlemen, now I have the opportunity and the privilege to invite the Honourable Minister for Women and Child Development, Srimati Annapurna Devi, to please address the gathering. Madam.
सभी को नमस्कार। आज CII के इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित प्रेसिडेंट संजीव पुरी जी, डायरेक्टर जनरल CII चंद्रजीत बनर्जी जी, उपस्थित CII के सभी सदस्यगण, उपस्थित आज जितने भी अपने अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में जिन्हें पुरस्कृत किया गया, सम्मानित किया गया, उन सभी सम्मानित बहनें और उपस्थित सभी देवियों एवं सज्जनों, सभी प्रेस मीडिया के सम्मानित साथी, आज CII फाउंडेशन द्वारा आयोजित वुमेन एग्जाम्पलर अवार्ड 2025 में उपस्थित होकर मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा और पहली बार इस कार्यक्रम में आने का भी अवसर मिला और साथ ही साथ आने के साथ इतनी सारी हमारी हुनरमंद जो महिलाएं हैं, जो बहनें हैं, उनके हुनर के बारे में भी जानने का और CII के द्वारा जो उन्हें पुरस्कृत किया गया, प्रोत्साहित किया गया, इसके लिए विशेष रूप से इन असाधारण महिलाओं को जो आपने उनके कार्यों के लिए उन्हें मान्यता दिया, एक मंच प्रदान किया, इसके लिए CII को बहुत तहे दिल से हम उनको धन्यवाद देते हैं, आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। किस मंच के माध्यम से आपने उन सारी हुनरमंद बहनें जिन्होंने संघर्ष किया, उनके संघर्ष, संकल्प और साहस को आपने सम्मानित किया है। आज हमारी इन परिवर्तनकारी बहनों ने ग्रासरूट लेवल पर स्वयं सहायता समूह बनाकर वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को एक्टिवली सपोर्ट किया, रेडियो पर अपनी जादुई आवाज़ से हेल्थ टॉक्स करके जागरूकता फैलाई और छोटे कलाम जैसे अनूठी पहल से साइंटिफिक अप्रोच को विकसित करने का भी कमाल किया है। इनके ये सभी प्रयास, ये सभी कदम भारत के भविष्य को भव्य आकार दे रहा है। साथियों, इन एग्जाम्पलरी लीडर्स को बहुत बहुत बधाई और हार्दिक अभिनंदन कि आप बहुत ही छोटे राज्य, बहुत एकदम बिल्कुल कस्बे से आपको जो अवसर मिला, उस अवसर को आपने बहुत ही अच्छे से उसका उपयोग किया और आज आप इतने बड़े फॉर्म में, इतने बड़े मंच पे आप सभी उपस्थित हुए हैं कि यानी बहुत सारी महिलाएं इस पे काम कर रही है, लेकिन उनमें से एक आपको चुनना वाकई में जो जूरी मेंबर हैं उनको भी काफ़ी कठिनाई हुई होगी, लेकिन बहुत अच्छे ढंग से अभी जैसे एक वीविंग के क्षेत्र में बिहार से नर्मदा झा जी 49 साल बाद उन्होंने कहा 49 लगभग 49 इयर्स के बाद उन्हें सम्मानित किया गया। तो निश्चित रूप से उन्होंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी, हौसला नहीं हारी और वो निरंतर इस दिशा में काम करती रही और आज उन्हें बहुत ही उन्हें सम्मान मिला है। तो आज वाकई में जो भी अब देखेंगे इस कार्यक्रम को, जो देख रहे होंगे इस कार्यक्रम में सम्मिलित हैं, वैसे सभी बहनें अपने अपने क्षेत्र में जो काम कर रही हैं उन्हें हौसला मिलेगा और वो और तेज रफ्तार के साथ, गति के साथ वो आगे बढ़ेंगी, जैसा कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा कहते हैं। और महिला को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए निरंतर उनके द्वारा जो कार्यक्रम चलाए जाते हैं, तो मैं आपके हौसले, आपके हिम्मत को मैं नमन करती हूँ। साथियों, किसी भी राष्ट्र की प्रगति को मापने का आधार वहाँ की महिलाओं की सामाजिक, आर्थिक और राजनीतिक स्थिति को माना जाता है और मुझे गर्व है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने देश के समावेशी विकास के आधार स्तंभों में महिलाओं को हमेशा सर्वोपरि माना है। उनके शब्दों में अगर कहें तो अमृतकाल के 25 वर्षों में हमारे राष्ट्रीय चरित्र का एक महत्वपूर्ण पहलू नारी शक्ति का सम्मान और वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट है। पिछले एक दशक में भारत की महिलाओं ने अपने संकल्प के सामर्थ्य से विकसित भारत निर्माण में नित्य नए आयाम स्थापित किए हैं। महिला सशक्तिकरण से समाज का रूपांतरण हो रहा है। हमारी बेटियों के जन्म को अब बोझ नहीं बल्कि अब उत्सव के रूप में मनाए जा रहे हैं। भारतीय महिलाएं रिसर्च एंड इनोवेशन, बोर्डरूम्स, मिलिट्री, लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट, एविएशन, माइनिंग जैसे गैर पारंपरिक सेक्टर में भी अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज कर नया इतिहास रच रही हैं। साथियों, हाल में ही हमने देखा कि जिस तरह से पहलगांव में जो हत्या हुई, जो घटनाएं हुई आतंकवादियों के द्वारा, वह न केवल मानवता के विरुद्ध था बल्कि हमारे धैर्य और संप्रभुता की भी परीक्षा थी। और इसके जवाब में ऑपरेशन सिंदूर नारी शक्ति, राष्ट्र शक्ति और आत्मगौरव की एक अद्वितीय मिसाल बन चुका है। हमारी बहादुर बेटियों ने उनके नेतृत्व का एक प्रखर उद्घोष कि हमारी बहन बेटियों का सिंदूर मिटाने वालों को मिट्टी में मिला दिया जाएगा। और ये एक स्पष्ट सिंदूर नए भारत का था, एक संदेश। साथियों, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व में शुरू की गई अनेक योजनाओं की श्रृंखला में महिला बाल विकास विभाग की ओर से जो कार्यक्रम चलाए जा रहे हैं, सरकार के विभिन्न विभागों की ओर से जो कार्यक्रम चलाए जा रहे हैं, ताकि ये वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो संकल्पना है कि अब महिलाओं के नेतृत्व में विकास होगा, जो 2047 का भारत है उसमें महिलाओं की अहम भूमिका रहेगी। तो उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, सुकन्या समृद्धि योजना, उज्ज्वला योजना, ड्रोन दीदी, मातृवंदना योजना जैसी अनेक ऐसी योजनाएं हैं। एसएचजीज की बहनें हमारे साथ हैं। तो इस तरह बहुत सारी योजना, और उसके साथ साथ अभी पिछले वर्ष आपने देखा कि नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम, जिनके माध्यम से 33% महिलाओं की भागीदारी लोकसभा और राज्य के विधानसभाओं में होगी। तो इस तरह के निर्णय के माध्यम से आज महिलाएं आत्मनिर्भर बन रही हैं, महिलाएं अपने अपने क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ रही हैं। और अब एसएचजीज की जो हमारी बहनें हैं वो अब लखपति दीदी बन रही हैं। करोड़ों ऐसी हमारी बहनें जो लखपति दीदी बन चुकी हैं। और मुझे भी जब अवसर मिलते एक वाकया याद आता है कि एक बार मैं एसएचजीज की बहनों के साथ एक कार्यक्रम में कर रही थी, तो एक बहन बड़ी कॉन्फिडेंटली आके वो मंच पे बताती है कि पहले मुझे अगर 10 रुपये की भी आवश्यकता होती थी तो हमें हाथ फैलाना पड़ता था, हम अपने हस्बैंड से मांगते थे। लेकिन जब से मैं इसमें जुड़ी हूँ, एसएचजीज से जुड़ी हूँ, उससे वो कृषि के विभिन्न कार्य करती हैं और वो अच्छे उसमें उनका इनकम हो रहा है, पैसे कमा रही हैं। बोले अब मैं शान के साथ मैं अपने हस्बैंड को पैसा देती हूँ कि जाओ तुम कोई बिजनेस करो। तो ये बदलाव इस लखपति दीदी और एसएचजीज ग्रुप की बहनों के द्वारा सुदूरवर्ती गांवों में इस तरह के बदलाव हुए हैं। उनमें कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ा है और अब निरंतर वो आगे बढ़ रही हैं। साथियों, हम अगर मंत्रालय की बात करें तो महिला बाल विकास विभाग की ओर से, ताकि महिलाएं कॉन्फिडेंटली वो काम कर सके, निडर होकर वो काम कर सके, तो हमने वन स्टॉप सेंटर जो प्रत्येक जिले में वन स्टॉप सेंटर है, वहाँ किसी भी तरह की जो संकटग्रस्त महिलाएं हैं वहाँ जाकर वो अपनी बात बता सकती है और वहाँ हेल्प वहाँ पे ले सकती हैं। इसी तरह से महिला हेल्पलाइन है 181, महिला हेल्पलाइन के माध्यम से अगर वो कॉल करती हैं तो वो आपातकालीन सुविधा है 24/7, किसी भी समय वो कॉल करेंगी तो वहाँ पे हेल्पलाइन से उनको मदद भी मिलती है, चाहे वो जिस तरह की सुविधाएं उन्हें उपलब्ध कराई जा सके। इसी तरह ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एंड अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर में भी कार्यस्थल पर महिलाओं के लिए सुरक्षित वातावरण बन सके, सुरक्षित माहौल मिल सके, इसके लिए हम लोगों ने सी बॉक्स पोर्टल की भी शुरुआत की है और उसके तहत सभी राज्य के विभिन्न ऑफिस इसमें जुड़ चुके हैं। और इस पोर्टल के माध्यम से हम भी, आप CII के माननीय अध्यक्ष हैं, उनसे सभी साथियों से भी ये मैं कहना चाहूँगी कि आप भी जरूर संस्था या फिर आप इस पोर्टल पे संस्था या समितियों को अवश्य रजिस्टर करें, ताकि कार्य क्षेत्र में जो हमारी महिलाएं काम कर रही हैं उन्हें एक अच्छा माहौल मिल सके, उन्हें एक अच्छा वातावरण मिल सके और बिना किसी डर के, बिना किसी भय के वो वहाँ पे निडर होके वो काम कर सके और अपनी जो उनकी वो भागीदारी अपनी सुनिश्चित कर सके। इसी तरह से महिला बाल विकास विभाग ने एक और कि महिलाएं जो हमारे क्षेत्र के ग्रामीण क्षेत्र की या अर्बन की महिलाएं हैं, जो कामकाजी महिलाएं हैं, जो काम पर जाती हैं, तो वो अपने बच्चों को, उनको बच्चे को रखने के लिए आंगनवाड़ी कम क्रेच की व्यवस्था की गई है, ताकि अपने बच्चों को वहाँ रखकर वो काम में वो जा सकती हैं। इसी तरह हम देखें तो वुमेन हॉस्टल, अभी वर्किंग वुमेन हॉस्टल के लिए भी स्वीकृति मिली है, लगभग 5,000 करोड़ की स्वीकृति मिली है, ताकि विभिन्न राज्यों में उसकी स्थापना कर हमारी महिलाएं वहां उस हॉस्टल में जाके रह सके। अभी ये हमारे सखी सदन के रूप में ये कार्यक्रम ये चल भी रहे हैं। बहुत सारे हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर में या अन्य क्षेत्रों में भी कार्य कर रहे हैं ताकि वहाँ जो कामकाजी महिलाएं हैं वो उसमें रह सके। इस तरह से आंगनवाड़ी केंद्र की बात अगर हम करें तो आंगनवाड़ी केंद्र में भी चूँकि हमारे जो छोटे बच्चे हैं उनको सिर्फ पोषण ही नहीं, पढ़ाई के लिए भी CCI की भी शुरुआत की गई है ताकि जो बच्चे क्रैच में जाते हैं, क्रैच के बाद उनको हर तरह की सुविधाएं उनको वहाँ पे दी जाए। साथ ही साथ केंद्र सरकार ने वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को अपना उद्यम स्थापित करने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, स्टैंड अप इंडिया जैसी अनेक योजनाएं चला रखी है। इसके माध्यम से जो महिलाएं हैं जो काम करना चाहती हैं उनको सुविधाएं प्राप्त हो रही है। PM कौशल विकास योजना के तहत भी प्रशिक्षित महिलाओं का अनुपात अगर देखें तो काफ़ी सराहनीय है और इसमें लगभग 2016 की तुलना में अगर अभी हम देखें तो ये बढ़कर 42% से 52.3% हो गया है। आज 10 करोड़ से अधिक महिलाएं जो स्वयं सहायता समूह की हमने चर्चा भी की उस समूह से जुड़ी हुई हैं। तो इस तरह भारत सरकार के माध्यम से लगातार महिलाओं को सशक्त, समृद्ध और आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के लिए अलग अलग योजनाओं के माध्यम से, जैसे सखी निवास की मैं चर्चा की, जो सखी निवास हमारे फंक्शनल है वहाँ हजारों हजार की संख्या में हमारी बहनें रहती हैं। उसी तरह सेस्की के माध्यम से भी जो हॉस्टल्स हुए हैं। तो ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की सोच है कि हम कैसे महिलाओं के नेतृत्व में विकास कर जो 2047 का विकसित भारत है उस विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त कर सके। साथियों, इसी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो समृद्ध नारी समृद्ध विश्व की एक कल्पना की है, तो इस दिशा में हमें उपलब्धियां काफ़ी हासिल हो रही है और भारत के स्वर्णिम भविष्य के लिए हम आश्वस्त भी हैं कि अब जिस तरह से अवसर मिल रहे हैं कि एक साथ हम कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर काम कर सकें और हर क्षेत्र में हमारी बहनें भी आगे बढ़ रही हैं। साथियों, राष्ट्रीय निर्माण के महान लक्ष्य को उद्योग और समाज के संयुक्त प्रयासों से ही हासिल किया जा सकता है और आज इस मंच के माध्यम से देश भर के संवेदनशील नागरिकों से मेरा आग्रह है कि आप अपने शहर अथवा गांव अथवा कार्यक्षेत्र के आसपास या फिर आपके जो एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, आप वैसे डिस्ट्रिक्ट को गोद लेकर वहाँ पर चाहे वो आंगनवाड़ी केंद्र हो, विद्यालय हो, अस्पताल हो, ऐसे जगहों पर भी आप थोड़ी अपनी अगर सुविधाएं अपनी सेवाएं देंगे तो निश्चित रूप से जो एक संकल्प है हमारा विकसित भारत का उसमें बहुत ही ये एक अहम कड़ी होगी। और ऑब्वियसली आप अभी भी काम कर ही रहे हैं, आप अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में CSR के माध्यम से विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में आप काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम आपसे ये आग्रह करना चाहेंगे कि अगर फोकस इन सारे क्षेत्रों में अगर करें तो शायद कुछ और अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा। क्योंकि जो एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं, आकांक्षी जिला, आकांक्षी ब्लॉक, तो वैसे ब्लॉक हैं जहां जो इंडिकेटर है उस इंडिकेटर में उस मापदंड में पीछे हैं, तो उसको भी हमें आगे बढ़ाना है। और अभी लगातार अगर हम लोग देखते हैं तो बहुत हद तक वो भी काफ़ी आगे बढ़ गया है। इसी तरह आज का ये समारोह केवल महिलाओं के सम्मान का अवसर नहीं है, बल्कि उनके प्रभावशाली कार्यों को निरंतर आगे बढ़ाने की प्रेरणा भी है। चुनौतियों को अवसर में बदलने की इनकी अद्वितीय क्षमता संपूर्ण राष्ट्र में नई ऊर्जा का संचार करने वाली है। और मेरा भी ये मानना है कि कोई भी लक्ष्य मनुष्य के साहस से बड़ा नहीं है, कोई भी लक्ष्य मनुष्य के साहस से बड़ा नहीं है। और इस दुनिया में हारा वही है जो लड़ा नहीं है, इस दुनिया में हारा वही है जो लड़ा नहीं है। अभी हम 300 साल देवी अहिल्याबाई होलकर जी का हम उन्हें नमन भी करते हैं। अभी हम लोग 300वीं जन्म जयंती उनकी मना रहे हैं अभी। तो इस अवसर पर जब उनके बारे में, चूंकि उस 300 साल पहले ना ही कोई मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज था, ना ही कोई टेक्निकल था कॉलेज था, यानी कि जब उनके कार्य पद्धति को हम लोग देखते हैं कि किस विषम परिस्थिति में उन्होंने चीज़ों को संभाला और अपने होलकर साम्राज्य को उन्होंने आगे बढ़ाया। और चाहे सैन्य में अगर हम देखें, मैनेजमेंट के क्षेत्र में देखें, यानी कि हर एक क्षेत्र में उन्होंने काफ़ी कुशलता के साथ कार्यों को आगे बढ़ाया। और जो उनकी प्रजा थी, प्रजा को भी काफ़ी उन्होंने खुश रखा प्रजा के साथ मिलकर। और आज आर्टिजन की बात हम लोग करते हैं तो उस समय उन्होंने माहेश्वरी में भी उन्होंने आर्टिजन को काफ़ी आगे बढ़ाने का काम किया। यानी कि हमारे संस्कृति में, हमारे विरासत में इन सारी चीज़ें हैं। और आज मुझे खुशी है कि इन सारी चीज़ों को लेकर आज हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। उसमें CII का भी काफ़ी सहयोग है, आपके माध्यम से भी हर एक क्षेत्र में लोगों को सहयोग मिल रहा है। और ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का भी विजन है कि हर एक क्षेत्र में हम लोगों को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, महिलाएं, बेटियां आगे बढ़ेंगी। तो आज उन्हें अवसर मिल रहा है, और जब उन्हें अवसर मिल रहा है तो वो अपने पंख की ऊंची उड़ान भरकर वो आगे बढ़ रही हैं। तो आज इन बेमिसाल ट्रेंड सेटर की उपलब्धियों का उत्सव मनाएं और हम सब एक साथ मिलकर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के समृद्ध, समावेशी और विकसित भारत के स्वप्न को साकार करने की दिशा में कदम आगे बढ़ाएं। यह हमारी सामूहिक जिम्मेवारी, हमारा साझा मिशन और राष्ट्रीय प्रथम की हमारी प्रतिज्ञा है। एक बार फिर से चेंज की इन चैंपियंस को, बहनों को, श्री संजीव पुरी जी, प्रेसिडेंट CII, श्री चंद्रजीत बैनर्जी जी, डायरेक्टर जनरल CII, और फाउंडेशन की पूरी टीम को हम बहुत बहुत बधाई देते हैं और उनके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करते हैं कि आप विकसित भारत के संकल्प को सिद्धि तक पहुंचाने में, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के संकल्पों को सिद्धि तक पहुंचाने में इसी तरह निरंतर समाज में विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में काम करते रहें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। भारत माता की जय।
Thank you, ma'am. With that, we close the session. With that, we close the session. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for our Honorable Minister? I request all of you to remain seated for our next session. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, Chief Minister, Andhra Pradesh, has already arrived and he'll be joining us any minute. Please remain seated. Let's maintain order in the House, please. I requested all of you, please remain seated. Just give us 2 minutes to change the table around and we'll have the Chief Minister walk in.
In a world defined by shifting geopolitics, evolving technology and reimagined supply chains, competitiveness is key. India is rising with smarter factories, integrated logistics corridors and expanding export flows. At the heart of it lies one goal: building globally competitive businesses. From bustling MSMEs to high-tech supply chains, India is sharpening its edge. Innovation and quality are shaping India's new identity, an economy that competes not just on cost, but on excellence. India's key sectors, electronics, mobility, renewables, textiles, food processing are driving its global push. With future-ready infrastructure and a young, skilled workforce, India's competitive ecosystem is expanding. India is aligning intent with action, harmonizing efforts to boost competitiveness and accelerate growth. At CII, we are nurturing competitiveness from grassroots clusters to global networks through skilling, collaborations and cross-border opportunities. A competitive India is a confident India, driven by innovation, powered by productivity and built to lead.
We have some seats in the front here which have just been vacated. Request all of you to come forward and seat yourselves in that row only. Yeah.